Alright, we're just gonna let it roll, let it fly. Jesus, take the wheel. What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Kevin Pack. I'm an Amazon six-figure seller, and in today's video we're going to talk about how I lost $10,000 in my first year of selling, and kind of like what kind of mistakes I went through and how you guys can avoid that process too. So how did I feel losing $10,000? Well, I'll tell you what, it sucked a lot of ass and I definitely don't want to do it again, but it was a needed learning experience for me to be able to take myself where I'm at today. Speaking of today, let's take a look at today's sales. Let's focus that here. Refresh. Boom. All right, so 75 sales today, $2,200 sales so far, and then 63,000 in the past 30 days so far. Right now it's December, December 8th, so it's a high season for Amazon sales right now. Let me focus all up in there. All right, so December is a very high season for Amazon sellers right now, so everyone's income and sales is just going wild right now. Now you guys know that I'm a current seller, so I have the most up-to-date kind of content going on. So if you guys aren't already, please subscribe and hit that like button if you like my shit. So let's start in the beginning. We're gonna start from the beginning. When I came across Amazon FBA, I first took a course and I did a little bit of product research like anyone else would, and I came across this product that looked like just perfect as far as the numbers wise. Like numbers wise, it was making a lot of money, had over $10,000 in revenue, super low reviews, a lot of people with low reviews making a killing on that. And this first product was called an ultrasonic animal repeller. All right. Now, funny thing about this one is that I actually did well with this for the first month. I made over like $9,000 in the first 2 weeks, and I was like, holy hell, this is working, this is a real thing, like I can't believe I just did this. Being super excited, I did research and started launching another product right after that while it was still kind of in the works, I guess. My mindset was, well, I got this extra money that I built up, and I might as well, if I'm gonna start a business like this, go ham and go fully into it, which was definitely not a calculated decision or discalculated risk, I'd say. I went in and I found my second product, which was a letter board. Okay, so at this time I've already made $2,000 or $9,000 from this animal repeller, and then I sold out of the product and I was like, okay, well, I need to reorder. So that first initial order of that product of the animal repeller was about like $2,000, $2,500. When I made the re-up, I spent about $3K, so that's $5K down the drain already so far, or in at least. And then I ordered my second product, which was a letter board. Okay, so this was a felt letter board, and it was like a nice little home decor type of product, and I thought it was really nice. I thought it was really cool. A lot of sellers were doing really well, and so when I was sourcing this product, keep in mind my animal repeller was still doing well. It didn't fail just yet, okay? When I saw this letter board, I decided to just jump the gun and I ordered like, I think 300 units of it, and I spent about $2,000 on that letter board. Fast forward to what my mindset is going through right now. So I just made a shitload of money in like 2 weeks with like $9,000 with this product, okay? The animal repeller. And at the same time, this letter board is coming in. I had an inventory issue, and basically I was out of stock of the animal repeller, and that's when I learned, like, well, shit, you really need capital, a lot more capital, because if your product does really well, you need to back up that inventory and purchase that second batch before the other one, the first batch runs out of inventory. Otherwise, you're out of inventory, you're kind of fucked. I quickly ordered my second batch of inventory for the animal repeller, and like I said, I dropped about $3,000 for that. So we're $5,000 in, and then this letter board is on its way right now, which is $2,000. So we're about 7K in so far. This is why the animal repeller failed. It got a lot of hijackers, a lot of Chinese sellers hijacking my listing because I was #1 and I was making a shitload of money. And so they hopped on my listing. They were basically selling duplicate products, like fake products of mine, because mine wasn't differentiated enough, because it literally looked like everyone else's. It just had my brand over it. And so Chinese sellers came in, hijacked my listing, sent the same product, but it was like a much shittier product. So I ended up getting a lot of bad reviews. And so my product was bad, and on top of that, my listing kept getting hijacked by sellers. So my biggest mistake out of that one was not differentiating my product enough for competitors to hop in. Number two, I did not get an inspection on my product, so I didn't have anyone check and make sure it was all good or anything that was functioning. I didn't even get a sample. I just kind of just bought it and shipped it out. So that made the quality of my product really bad as well. So that was not so good. So those two main things caused my product to fail. So the letterboard came in, right? And I'm like, oh God, please save me. I sold out all the units. I mean, I ended up losing money on that product. So the animal repeller is gone. The letterboard comes in and I'm thinking like, okay, this is about to be it. This is about to be hot. Little did I know, I did not differentiate that product enough either. It looked just like the main competitor who had over 1,000 reviews on their product and I had 0. So I'm trying to come in and I'm out here thinking like, man, mine looks better, but it looks exactly the same. Because of that, I literally got 0 sales, like nothing. At the animal repeller, at least I got some sales, but the letterboard got shit, none, like nothing out of that. Big mistake out of product number 2 was not differentiating enough. And now you see a constant trend of me, you know, not differentiating the product enough and adding enough value. You know, needless to say about this, I mean, the time spent between these two products were like, I mean, it wasn't even like a month. Like I launched them basically almost at the same time, so I didn't really understand what it meant to differentiate a product. I'm down like $2,000 with this product, and I thought I learned my lesson from the animal repeller, and so I decided to order a second batch before the first batch even came in, and that cost me another $3,000. So now we're definitely like 10K in deep, and it wasn't until all the inventory of the letterboard came in that I finally realized like, oh damn, I did not like differentiate enough, and it was literally stuck at Amazon for months. I couldn't sell anything, like nobody was buying my shit basically. So that was a huge mistake, took a major L on that one, and honestly I felt terrible. Like after that point I was like, man, I don't know if I should really be doing this again. I don't know if I really want to continue on this business. I just lost $10,000 and it's not looking so good right now. It's not looking sunny on my side. So what I ended up doing was I took out all of the letterboards from Amazon and I ended up donating them to Goodwill in my local one. And I mean, they weren't too happy about it, but I made it work. I had like 700 units of that, and I just like dispersed them to multiple locations. Good news out of that is I could use it as a tax write-off. So boom, there you go out of that. So those are my 2 products that I failed, and out of those 2, the main thing was differentiating and making sure I get an inspection for those products so that they were high quality. Now the third product I failed was silicone cooking utensils, and I actually did this with my homies Adrian and Nate, so shout out to them. But we tag team on that one, and I thought that we differentiated good enough, but the market became super saturated, and we realized like we sourced a commodity, something that people could go to Target or Walmart and easily buy like immediately instead of going on Amazon. People don't go on Amazon to just buy utensils mostly, so we realized like, damn, we probably shouldn't do any products that are like easily available at Target or Walmart. Something that you use commonly like spoons or plates, napkins, or anything like that. Probably not a good idea to do any of those type of products. We were able to sell out of all of them but get some money back. It was like lost like maybe $1,000 out of that possibly, but it wasn't a total loss like the other 2 products. And with the animal repeller, at least I got some money back. But between those 3 products in total, it was like a little over $10,000 lost. But fast forward even further and we go into January, which I discover my 2 winning products, which I'm not going to reveal, can't do that. But these products are where I took everything, I literally jotted down everything on my phone, and I was like, okay, I fucked up this way, and this way. I cannot do these again, okay? So that's literally what I did to make sure I didn't fuck up with this current product. Before I even sourced it, I made sure it was valid, that it was even worth doing. And then once I've actually decided to make the order or build that product itself, I made sure I made the change that was necessary to make it more valuable, different from everyone else, and something that was a hole in the market that needed to be filled. And so with those 3 reasons, I was able to create 2 successful products. I was able to make $8,000 on the first product on its first month, and then the second product, I think it was about the same, maybe like $9,000, and that was earlier in the beginning of the year. And ever since then, I've been able to scale it further and further and further. And I think about it, it's like, holy hell, that's so crazy that I went from like a $10,000 loss and now I make $10,000 in profit in a single month, like easily. I feel like that's why I'm like super grateful for those mistakes. It was necessary, but I hope you guys can learn from that. If you get anything out of this video, just remember that you need to take your time with product research, okay? Number 2, make sure you have your products inspected and so that they're up to par to your qualities and what you want. Number 3, differentiate your product. I keep saying this over and over, but you guys need to make sure that you are providing a value with your products. If it looks like everyone else's and it's just a me too product, you're not gonna get shit out of that. You're gonna end up $10,000 down the hole like I am. So I just wanted to make it real short and real quick. Those are basically the 3 products that I've lost and failed at, and that's the story of how I lost $10,000, but also gained it back in a single month. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that video, and hopefully this will give you some insight and not make the same mistakes I did. If you guys really enjoyed this video and like my failures, then hit that like button, subscribe, and let me know that you enjoy this content, and then I will be posting more videos. I'm trying to stick to like that 2 times a week, Monday and Thursdays type schedule. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one, and go make that money.